Also in winter, with them being light, you'll get your normal cars stuck in snow or whatever. These just simply glide over the top of it.
Until you get to a corner.
Well, as long as you live somewhere with a straight line to pit.
Soon I was back on my perilous journey.
In this, it feels like I'm driving through South Yorkshire in the 1970s again. Because I grew up not far from here. So did James May, for that matter. When I were a lad round here, old rich people, them just could afford 4 wheels on the car. They all had larders, lardy-dars we called them. You didn't want to hit one of them, I tell you that for no, they were built like tanks.
One of the best ways to protect your Robin was to lavish it with an exotic paint job, such as this Starsky and Hutch homage. The idea was that having spent many hours with the spray cans and the masking tape, you'd drive more carefully. But this didn't always work. It really is a wonder how anyone in the north survived the 1970s. Of course, a lot didn't. In 1971, the population of Sheffield was 573,000. Since then, it's dropped to just 513,000.
Some of the lost 60,000 moved down south, of course, but many more were wiped out by their three-wheelers.
Today, of course, most of the Robins are gone and people up here drive Kias and Hyundais instead. And this means the local TV news channel has to think of things other than Reliant crashes to put in its bulletins.
Okay, to Braithwell in South Yorkshire now, and a blooming mystery that's baffling its green-fingered residents. Harry is there for us. Harry, what's going on?
Welcome here to beautiful Braithwell. You can see the sun exploding on a kaleidoscope of colour. And I have to say, there's been a real area of controversy here because over the last few days, my God! Are you all right, sir? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm getting used to it now, thanks.
Oh.
Thanks very much. So if you could just put me back on the wheels. Thank you so much. Thank you, Harry Grayson, House of Lukenall.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much.
The Reliant three-wheeler soldiered on until 2001, but then, with the mines gone, the customer base dried up, and it was gone too.
I don't know why Jasper Carrot ever thought that this could be the basis for a joke. I don't know why we all laughed at Del Boy's Reliant, because it wasn't funny. It was a complete menace.
Oh dear. Oh dear, look at the pit.
I'm very glad I put these safety things in. That's marvellous, thank you. Oh yes, that's comfortable. Thank you very much. This Dicky Bird MBE out of cricket umpiring here is not pleased.
Well, cricket match on here.
After this latest accident, I decided to see if there was some way of correcting the car's flawed design. I therefore found a workshop and cued the music.
Oh God, I've driven into the inspection pit.
Soon though, the car was out and we set to work.
What staggers me most of all is that the Reliant was engineered and built in Tamworth in Staffordshire. And Tamworth over the years has produced many, many brilliant men. It was a Tamworth man who captured one of the Enigma coding machines from the Germans in the war. It's a Tamworth man who fronts The Teardrop Explodes. I mean, how many more do you want?
So how come no one in this town of excellence was able to see that the Reliant could be fixed in a trifle?
How brilliant is this? It's still a three-wheeler. You still only pay motorcycle tax. But now, thanks to these stabilisers, it can't roll over anymore.
I only had 6 miles of the journey left, but with my new anti-capsize solution in place, I knew nothing could go wrong. And I knew that right up to the moment when it did.
Oh my God! Oh.